Does everyone know what day it is? That's right. It's Friday. So that can only mean one of three things. First, it's the end of the work week for me. It's the start of the work week for Raz. And we have some fact sheets about more cool stuff coming to Farming Simulator 22. Now, this section of the gameplay trailer is rather apropos because today we have a forestry themed show. So let's get on with it. We lead the show off with the Jenz HEM 922 DQ Cobra Hybrid. We have seen this in the gameplay trailer, and now we get to learn a bit more about its abilities. This self-propelled wood chipper will set you back a whole lot of logs with its $660,000 price tag, and she is no slouch at 32.2 tons of total weight. The massive chipper on its back requires the machine to have a huge 776 horsepower engine with automatic transmission. With the equally large fuel tank holding 680 liters of fuel and 60 liters of depth, you should be good to chip away for quite a long time. And when it's quitting time, you can head back for dinner with a top speed of 49 miles per hour. Taking a closer look at the machine itself, we can see that chipping away on Elm Creek by the looks of the grain elevator in the background. The Cobra itself has a swivel cab that is not only your driving position, but your crane operator's position as well. We can see several lights on the front of the cab that are sure to help light up the area when in chipping operation. I don't see too many other lights on the unit, so I have to wonder if maybe the cab on this unit also rotates like that of the Rotney equipment from the FS19 DLC. It does that in order to keep the center of the cab in line with the grapple, maybe. Looking back toward a chipper, we see all kinds of great details, from bolt heads to hydraulic lines and connectors. Also, if we look at the forest floor, we have a nice mix of foliage, and if I'm seeing correctly, different colors of grasses. Moving on, we have the New Holland T8 Genesis series. Now, I didn't point this out in the first screenshot because, well, I knew it was coming up. This Blue Beauty has engine configurations from 351 to 435 horsepower, giving way to a variable CVT transmission, and is able to roll all those awesome looking tires down the road at 31 miles per hour. You can work all day and take your lady to the local barn dance with the 647 liter fuel capacity, along with 99 liters of depth. This tractor will make even the largest cow look skinny, with a weight of 12.6 tons and a sticker price of $292,000. Sharing the limelight with the T8 is the Hyzomat HM 8-400 KLC pull-behind wood chipper. This little cousin to the Cobra from the first fact sheet will not only chip, but will store product with a storage capacity of 16 cubic meters, as well as a power requirement of 200 horsepower, with a weight of 14.5 tons. You're going to want to make sure that you have it connected to something with some weight on its own. Finally, you can buy yourself a fleet of these chippers at a cost of $190,000 for the price of one of those Jenz Cobras. Zooming in on the New Holland, we can see the new awesome tread pattern on those tires. While we cannot see a whole lot of the chipper, what we can see, and what I think is worth noting again, is the forest floor. Not only here beside the tractor and chipper, but off on the hillside behind. The image gives me a sense that the forest will be denser on Elm Creek than we have seen in previous Giants maps. A combination of shorter trees, taller trees, along with the use of more foliage along the ground, really does make it look a lot better than what we have seen on Ravenport, Felsburn, or even Erlengrot. Third on our list today, and the second Cobra, but this time it's the Ponsse Cobra Tree Harvester. Owning both Cobras will set you back over $1 million, as the Ponsse here is a cool $445,000 in its own right. With 285 ponies sending power through a variable CVT transmission to power the 8 wheels up and over just about any obstacle, this snake can be outrun and only moves 12 miles per hour. It should have the fuel capacity to clear a wide area holding 380 liters of fuel, and should prove to be stable, taking down even the largest tree with a total weight of 21.2 tons. Coming in for a closer look, we can see that this modern day lumberjack has been busy on this little knoll, taking a nice clearing and organizing logs in such a way that the other Cobra or the T8 can come in here and chip away. The details on the Cobra itself look good. This screenshot managed to capture the cutting head in mid-cut, and as I have said earlier, I'm really liking the variety in the foliage on the ground and the appearance of the density of the forest behind. And not to be outdone by a double dose of Cobras, we have the Raptor 300. This track beast has one job and one job alone. That is to carry the M650 mulcher head. But before we talk about what this implement of doom has to offer, let's talk a little bit more about its host. Compared to a sloth, this thing will be flying around the forest at 4 miles per hour. So let's hope that we have some way to transport the Raptor to the job site. Once there, though, it can put the 275 horsepower engine to work, moving its 15.3 ton body around with a variable CVT transmission. While I have seen screenshots and videos of the M650 mulcher being connected to a tractor, I think I'd rather shell out the $275,000 to buy the Raptor, as it looks to be so much more robust to bring the doom. And what doom might it be bringing, you might ask? Well, the nastiness of a 2.3 meter mulcher, which will be ready to eat just about any of the tree stumps. And we will see here in just a little bit forest floor in its path. The mulcher itself is constructed of heavy steel, and as a result has a weight of 2.3 tons, requires 200 horsepower to operate, and has a working speed of 3 miles per hour, just a tick slower than the Raptor's top speed. All of this mayhem can be obtained by picking up the M650 mulcher for $41,000 on top of the Raptor 300's $275,000 price tag. Clearing all the fact sheet stuff out of the way, we can get a much better look at what's going on here. The mulcher appears to be removing the forest floor foliage, as if you look behind the unit, you can see a nice dark earth patch in the machine's wake. Hopefully this unit will be able to also grind stumps, as that is bound to be a heck of a lot of fun. Looking at the Raptor, we have nice details like the loops on the track side pods, areas to strap the unit down, hopefully. Man, I hope we can really strap down vehicles in FS22. Looking above that, there's a large mesh screen over a big fan intake that would surely be the engine radiator, and then just behind that we see blasts of hot air coming out from the exhaust. So as Giants prepares for Hero Fest this weekend, we come to the end of another round of fact sheets and the end of another fact sheet video, this time a forestry edition. Of the 4 vehicles seen today, which one will be the first you will buy in FS22 when it comes out on November 22nd? If the addition of the Raptor or one of the Cobras has gotten your credit card hot then feel free to use one of my affiliate links in the description. Pick up your pre-order copy of Farming Simulator 22 or the first year season pass. Remember to be one of the first to have access to Farm Sim 22 by getting it directly from Giants, as it will download unlock on midnight CEST, November 22nd. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you have not already. After all, this channel is the best source of Farm Sim 22 news. And until next time, happy farming.